Welcome everyone to a new episode of the Smacked Up Wrestling Podcast. I'm Will.
I'm Martin.
Also, be sure to check us out on Facebook where you can leave us a like and sub us on the brand new channel where for $20 we'll tell you everything before all these new fucking streaming sites show you.
And do it before Brexit, because just now that works out 15 quid. After, you're going to owe us a pair of wellies and a hobnob.
Me and Martin need the belt for WrestleMania to see who's going to be the champion of Smacked Up Wrestling Podcast. So, Hell in a Cell, mate. We basically wrote this fucking...
a pleasant surprise.
Yep, we wrote this pay-per-view off, and...
Rightfully so, might add.
Aye, and like I said before we started recording, I listened to the podcast for... I needed the scores again because I fucking forgot them. And listening to it, we were fucking critical. And last night, one match, I would say, is the only one it let us down. Which is the one we basically guessed was going to happen.
Well, I might disagree with you a little bit there, but we'll see what happens.
No worries. So, if we go with the card, which I have now wrote on my
start with the cruiserweights.
Yep.
Those cruiserweights can cruiserweight, brother. That's an actual Hulk Hogan quote, possibly.
I've missed the page. So, the cruiserweights on the kickoff show. Now, I thought it was 1 o'clock here in Britain that was going to show.
Aye, and of course I myself was busy sort of doing half commentary, half interview for Super Pro Wrestling by Ginger Pimpernel.
Go and check them out. I watched it last night.
We'll stick a link in on the Facebook page. You can have a laugh. It was a bit of a mess. He basically made a Halloween themed pay-per-view using WWE 17. Actually, it's a couple of good matches on it. It's the first time I've ever seen that in that game. They just let the CPU fight it out while we talk shite.
I watched the
and
first.
Some of these work.
I watched the first two, and I liked the way the advertising and that was all done, the way he's downloaded stuff. It looked
it's
really
amazing.
good.
But he's made of that himself though, and see the thing that was on the Titantron with Charlie Haas.
Yeah.
He made that on the PC. Then he put the file into the that app you get for the iPhone that lets you put faces into the game.
Yeah.
And also use it to put in pictures, which I didn't have any idea about. So he did that. It's in the game. He saved it to his hard drive so he can use it again if he fancies.
No, it was
amazing.
It was
I
good.
couldn't believe some of the costumes he made.
So the link will be in the Facebook page. Check the guy out. He done amazing work. And like I said, I watched the first two because I fucking forgot the time. So it was only because I was watching something on YouTube and then I checked my phone and it's like kickoff showing Bailey's talking. I went, hold on, is it a 2 or fucking kickoff? Then I was like, no, it starts in half an hour. So I just made the entrances of the cruiserweight match for the kickoff.
I missed the cruiserweight, but I caught the highlights during.
It was alright. It's basically
what it needed.
It's what
exactly what we said, wasn't it?
Aye, it was just
warm up the crowd.
Warm up the crowd. The crowd were cool. Crowd it was no bad last night. There was two matches. They just died in their ass. They literally died. But it was no because of what was happening in the ring. It was just they had to follow the fucking the Universal title. And it was a fucking hard one to do. That was a brilliant match. But we'll start
that
off.
Was a highlight of the whole night for me personally, but
that was mine.
Anyway,
that was mine. So kick off, the good guys win basically. Sin Cara,
which we both predicted.
Both predicted, so it's one each.
So
for now, right? Roman Reigns versus Rusev, which should never have been in a fucking Hell in a Cell match. This is the match. I felt it was pointless having that cell. Pointless. I think they bashed each other until there was no story evolving the cell. Whereas the other two Hell in a Cell matches,
with the weapons they used, they never used the cell. I mean, the stair spot was cool, putting it on top of the turnbuckle. Yeah. That was a nice idea. Had they seen that kind of thing before? Rusev did everything they could to make that match entertaining, because that's what Rusev does every time he goes out there. He does his damnedest to get that crowd to hate him, and he puts on a hell of a performance.
See, the thing is, the crowd did not hate him, though. The crowd were chanting his name.
and they were booing Roman because they don't want Roman shoved down their throat. And that match was a perfect example of why people don't like
Yep.
what's happening with Roman. It's not the guy, it's the booking, because he had Rusev wrapping a goddamn chain around the guy's mouth.
I know.
Only because the chain thing, choking's banned. Now, see if you get a chain wrapped around your lips and then your heat wrenched back.
You're going to tap.
And
Brock Lesnar done it to Cena.
I'll say this, at least it made sense how Rusev got out, Roman got out, sorry, because Rusev let up on it and tried to go for his normal finisher, which didn't work. It wasn't like Roman powered out. That would have been shat on. Absolutely shat on. The problem is just the booking of the match. Like you say, there's no proper story. It's just, here's Roman taking everything Rusev's got, and Rusev looking fantastic with the stuff that he was doing, but then Roman just keeps getting up. Takes a beating for 10 minutes, gets up, does a move. Takes a beating, gets up, does a move. I will say this though, that spear from the stairs, Rusev made it look fucking fantastic.
Rusev did. He
really did.
He made that look like, wow, okay, you've made Roman look strong. I mean,
that's exactly what he was told to do, let's be honest.
I mean, it was... It's bad in the sense because now what happens to Rusev, because that was his rematch.
Well, it's not even that. It's the fact that Rusev is clearly better than most of the roster in every conceivable way. And what's he doing every week, or almost every week? He's jobbing to Roman.
I mean, this was the worry.
Getting shot on by Roman.
This was the worry when I re-listened to the podcast. That was my worry. Mm-hmm. What's going to happen now for him? Because if he won, it opens up new scenarios. But then again, he's a heel, even though the crowd's chanting for him now. But now it's...
And again, that was the booking of the feud, because like we said the other day, Roman was the heel in that feud. Rusev was cutting babyface promos.
Yeah.
With this man attacked my wife and ruined the celebration and all that and threw her into a cake. I met her working here and blah blah blah. No wonder they booed him.
It was
ass backwards.
It was ass backwards. It should never have been a Hell in a Cell match. At points I genuinely thought Rusev was going to win.
So did I.
I wanted him to win, but obviously
it made more sense. I mean, where do you go from here? You're going to have another match between the two of them again?
Strowman, mate. That's what it'll be. Which didn't even make the fucking card at all, which was the whole point of him and Sami Zayn.
On Raw, they just kind of teased it.
What was the whole thing of that then? You had...
here's my answer, and it's the only answer I can legitimately give. I don't know.
It's Raw at their best. I mean, because you could have put Sami Zayn and Strowman on the Kick-Off show, or Bayley or Dana, right? So if you could swap any of the two matches, right, and keep that story going, instead we go a cruiserweight match, which was just to get the crowd going,
which meant nothing.
Exactly, it meant nothing. So
put them out there. On the other hand, I'm not really a fan of putting actual feuds on the pre-show, unless the feud fucking sucks. But really, this thing's only started a couple of weeks ago. It's not went anywhere yet.
They could have done it with Bayley and Dana, because that feud has sucked.
But the match was good. We'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah. So,
but yeah, you're right. I mean, Sammy's pissed in somebody's cereal.
Aye. It's the whole scenario here again. He was doing brilliant 1 minute with Kevin Owens, the amazing matches, and then he's fucking doing the pecking order. But I went for a Roman win. You went for a Rusev, so 1-0 to me straight away.
Right.
So
2-1 in the
2-1. But here's where I fuck up. So Bayley versus Dana, we fucking wrote this match off basically because of Raw, which was rightly so, because Raw told it terrible.
Yep. Not the lassie's fault.
No.
It was just the booking again. Terrible booking. But the two of them went out there because they had something to prove.
The two of them put on
a good show. Proved it.
Aye, it was a good match. Good spots as well. Bayley selling her injury was really good. Dana actually looked more comfortable in that ring last night.
Aye, she did.
There were because when I was watching the pay-per-view, I was looking for, now see when you get that way of watching things, especially for a podcast. You do watch for the botches. You watch.
Of course.
And last night I only seen two. One in the tag match, and one was the table. But it was the table. It was the table's fault. It wasn't the Charlotte.
So get that soon.
Aye. So, but no, Dana was really. She looked more comfortable. It just suited her down to the ground, and I think you're right. I think they had to prove something because I think they both felt like shite after that arm wrestling match, which should never have fucking happened in this day and age now.
Yes.
I mean, in Raw, it's stupid. Okay, it was alright in the 80s when they were roided up to fuck, but no.
And men.
Aye, no. So I went for Bailey losing.
Aye.
But Bailey won. Nope, you went right. I genuinely thought Dana was going to get put over, but hey ho, it was a good match, and that was that.
It was, and that was a nice surprise.
Yeah, the crowd was still going. That's the thing, the crowd was still going.
They were into it.
I mean, this was the thing, the crowd was actually really good last night. 2 matches were the only 2 they died at, but the crowd were really good. Then we had Enzo, Big Cass versus the Club.
Big match, lots of tags.
It was so quick, actually.
10 minutes of fuck all, to be honest. Some nice moves though from Enzo and Cass.
The fucking promo at the start, I just cannot buy the two. I know people love them. I know you love them. You find them. I just don't know what it is. I just don't know.
It's not going to click with you. It's just one of these things.
Yeah, it's like, well, no, the new day's completely different. They're just fucking annoying now, especially on the kick-off with them. They were just no funny. If you get a chance to see the kick-off thing before it with them,
I will not go out my way to look at that.
Oh no, mate, you have to. You have to because no, mate, you will. You just hate them even more. But I'm no bothered about losing this point because I said if the Club win, right, I went for Enzo and Big Cat. I genuinely thought they were going to do it because this is the way they've been built.
I know. I went for common sense.
You went for common sense. You went with your heart. And the Club won, which I was really surprised at. So this, I'm hoping for Survivor Series, mate. I think, 490 days was the record?
I think so.
So what was New Day? 439 or something like that. 438.
They're no far off it anyway.
No far off. The heels, like we said, there's got to be a tag team heel champion. This is what the Club needed. But
I don't think the Raw tag titles will be defended at Survivor Series.
No, I think it will be Rumble. I think they'll do the record and then that's it. They'll drop them.
Aye.
But no, I was happy to lose that point because the Club won. I was really happy. I was like, you know what, I don't
I'm glad they did. It was a convincing one as well.
Yep.
And as I say, Enzo and Cass some really nice double team stuff at the start. But if you noticed, a lot of their matches now, although before, you would have Enzo take the beating and get the hot tag to Cass, but now they're putting more emphasis on Cass.
Yeah.
And he's a big bastard, which is fair enough. He was a lot better on the mic last night than he has been since he came up.
He looked more comfortable.
He sounded more comfortable. He didn't sound as forced. I think he's found his confidence a bit and he's kind of got used to the bigger crowd somewhat. Took his time, but I thought he'd get there, and I'm glad that he has. The guy's got a hell of an upside to him.
I'm dreading if he's starting to get used to the crowd, mate. Fuck, imagine he was at Mania.
Well, the thing is,
try to cut a promo in front of all that
crowd. I think when it comes to Enzo and Cass, nobody wants to see one turn on the other. If Enzo turns on Cass, it'll be like X-Pac and Kane, and Enzo will never recover from it.
Nope, you're right.
If Cass turns on Enzo, the crowd will not like it at all because Enzo's like the wee cheeky bastard that you want to see get his way.
It was like the New Age Outlaws, mate. Remember, they should never have split them, and they tried something different. And you had Road Dogg still doing the whole fucking DX thing, and Billy Gunn was just...
Billy Gunn suddenly becoming obsessed with arses.
Yep, we see through trunks and thong.
What a fucking gimmick. I really, really love bums.
I know, when you're actually listening... See, I never noticed that...
Whose gimmick is a fetish?
I never noticed it more when, like, seeing you're young and you hear his song, it's like, oh fuck, that's quite catchy.
You hear the
But then
guitar
you
and
actually
goes,
hear the
"Fucking class."
words to it, and it's like, you're a sick fuck. It makes no sense. The song makes no sense. You know what I mean? You're like,
About Billy Gunn was
oh,
when Greg used him in the old SmackDown games and gave him that dick pat and taunt and would shout, "Suck my fucking cock."
that's right. Fucking that's the nights, man.
Oh, then he'd pin you in an Iron Man match and run away for 15 minutes.
Oh, I hated.
Anyway.
I hated playing against him.
He's a dirty bastard.
He could wind you right up. But no,
Oh,
it was a good match, and I was happy the club won. They done it in a kind of dirty style, quick out the ring. That's it.
well, as they should, because they're baddies.
Yep.
I still don't like that double team finish or that magic killer thing. It just looks like it's a bit shit. Right, let's lift this guy up. Now what do we do? Just drop him to the right.
Poor man's free.
Okay. It's not got that much effort in it. They
Aye.
just pick him up and then they don't even toss him, they just let him go in a direction. And he falls. It doesn't look like it would take somebody out.
It's not a good thing, mate. They should do something, see with the height of the pair of them. Like
Aye.
something like the Legion of Dooms one. Now, like, say that clothesline for the top rope.
The Doomsday device thing.
Something similar.
I don't know, even like a double suplex would look better.
Yeah.
And see if they made it like a double Falcon Arrow or something. Or a double jackhammer. Something that just looks like it would hurt somebody. You know, you never actually drop them in their head. It just looks like they drop in their head. Instead of just gingerly laying them down on their back and then going, "That's you pinned now. That's you pinned. The match is done."
I'm still no salt in their finisher. I agree with you on that. But no, I'm happy they won. I don't mind losing a point to that. So we're at now.
The Bullets Club, yes.
Three,
Right, WWE
3-2?
Universal
Is it
Championship.
3-2 with it? I'm trying to fucking work out the score.
It's 3-2 to me.
3-2 to you.
I've written it down.
Universal title match. What a fucking match. And
They two went out there with a point to prove. Now, I'll moan about this more later, but if you're going to have the women main eventing, sell it on your adverts for your show. First time ever. Put it on your fucking adverts. Make it a big deal. Don't just go on the day. We'll just stick them on last. Now, clearly, the decision got made over the weekend, and these two got pissed off with it, and rightfully so. And they went out and they had the match of the night, by far.
yeah.
It was excellent. The storytelling was fantastic. Pretty much everything they did looked great. See when he ripped the tape off of Seth's back, which, let's be honest, that tape didn't do anything for his back. He rips the tape off slowly to hurt him.
Aye.
And when he's in the ring and Seth's crawling, see that running senton to his back? It looked fantastic.
There was even the one to the edge of the cage, and that's where I've obviously my prediction never happened with the Triple H thing.
Well, see, as soon as we knew that they weren't going to be in the main event, no chance Triple
Yeah.
H was putting himself out there mid-card. He thinks that'll make him look bad, because you know what he's like.
Oh, aye, fucking
Sure, he does all this good stuff with NXT, but when it comes to politicking, you can't fuck with him.
No, especially when you think
as
back
soon as
to
that-
10 years ago with his title run. But anyhow,
It shouldn't have happened.
let's never talk
But anyway,
about that.
so as soon as this was going to be the mid-card, you knew he was involved, and it would probably involve Jericho, which is exactly what happened, and it was fucking brilliant.
I was pissed, mate, the way they done this, because the way they could, if they were going to put the women's match on last, okay, like you said, they advertise it, but if they were going to do it, leave it. And this match could have been after the fucking, say it had the cruiserweight, right, because you don't really want a tag team after a tag team, so have the cruiserweight,
no.
then have this match, then have the tag team, just to break that Hell in a Cell match, then obviously finish with the women's. But to have them mid-card, and they blew the fucking rest of that pay-per-view at the water, and it's like, well, you knew yous have got to Foley.
Well, I will say this for the cruiserweight guys, that's been the best cruiserweight match since that title's been debuted.
It was,
on Raw.
mate, it was a cracking match.
We'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
But you don't want to have to follow off a match list. This should have main evented.
Yeah.
I'm all for the women getting main events. They should, because they're just as good as the guys. Better in some respects.
Last night
Last
proved it with their match when we get into it.
Aye.
because like the way they done the story was brilliant, because it pissed a lot of us off right at the start. It fucking wild us up, and it's like, do you know what? Use hid us.
Aye.
But this one, I loved how they used the cage. They
Well,
used
this
it in
is
the
the
ways.
thing. You know, I was saying the other day I was worried because there's only so many cell spots and they're
Yep.
done in 3 matches. Everybody did something completely different. I mean,
Roman
there was spots we
Rusev
haven't
done
seen
nothing.
before. Well, Rusev had these stairs on the turnbuckle thing. Again, not something you need the cage for, but something you haven't seen inside the cell before. In this match, it was a very natural way to get the interference to happen. It was
I thought
really,
it was
really clever.
amazing, mate. I thought it was really good.
Right, for people who haven't bothered watching it, Owens goes under the ring and pulls out a fire extinguisher and he hits Seth with it. But then, when he's fiddling about with it, he pretends he doesn't know what he's doing and he sprays the referee in the face. And the referee sells it like he's been shot in the eyes.
Yep.
So the other ref who's watching from ringside goes in to help him, takes a guy out the ring, opens up the door to go and get him medical help. And when that happens, Jericho runs down and gets in the cage, grabs one of the referees and locks the door.
And
It was
he's
a
got the key.
fantastic way to do it.
Yep. And it was that I loved that. Then it was like, oh fuck, we knew who was going to win, because he's going to carry this belt until Balor's back.
Absolutely.
And it was a brilliant.
Unless there's a breakout star between now and Mania.
Can I see it?
No, me neither. And I'm quite happy with that, because Owens is one of the very best.
Let the two go at it.
Anywhere.
Just let the two keep doing it, because the matches were fucking great.
I think this is Seth Rollins' 16th title match
In a row. Yeah, they said that last night. I was like, how the fuck's that? But no.
And do you know what? I'll say this for him. It says a lot about the guy that when he comes out for these title matches, nobody goes, oh, for fuck's sake.
No. I mean, there was, again, I shouldn't have read them because they annoy me, but see the official WWE ones,
Aye.
they were moaning like Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens is this, Kevin, and it's like, fuck off. You don't know wrestling, you just watch.
Clearly.
I mean, last night, they two guys, I'd love to have seen them in the indie scene to see what they were like. And
Well, I've got DVDs here. I could show you some crazy Owens and El Generico matches. You ever heard the Ring of Honor's Ladder War?
no.
Right, Ladder War is Ring of Honor's ultimate match. It ends blood feuds. These guys went at it for over a year, and it ended with the second ever Ladder War match. And you've never seen something this violent. But well done. It was incredible. In fact, there was actually a tag team match. I think it was a chain match. They were tied together or something like that.
I mean, the spots last night, the double table with Kevin Owens,
Aye.
fucking, I thought, mate, there was just so many things happening in that
Spot on.
match.
It's the best Raw match since the brand split.
Yeah, there was just so many things happening. You were losing track, but in a good way. Where it's like, fuck,
Aye.
they're doing that, but then you're watching Jericho, I know, and it's like
About outside.
and then it's like the strength in Seth Rollins to get Kevin Owens up. I mean, he's a big guy, he's athletic
And
as
he
fuck.
did struggle, which is fair enough.
I mean, I thought
impressive.
I thought he was going to drop him on his seat, and then
so did I.
and it's like, no, I've got you. And then
But even at that, Owens lifting himself up like that core strength was terrifying.
oh, he's so strong, man. There's just something about the guy for his build. It's like, see, he's just fit as fuck, fuck. And even with the Jericho putting him in, and I've got to love Jericho, mate, because he's taking bumps where he shouldn't have to take bumps now.
No, he didn't need to come out and do that. He
No.
could have just interfered and then watched the rest and maybe had a wee sneak in at the end. But he went out his way to take some, not insane bumps, but things that he just simply didn't
He doesn't have to do it anymore. But
Exactly.
I think it is just for the love of telling a story, mate, and they tell a brilliant story. We don't know where it's going to go now. It could be, I mean, the thing, there was a segment before, no long before it, where Jericho's like, Stephanie, Mick Foley, like, we should be both team captains because he's my best friend, and that was fucking howling. So I kind of see, maybe are they going to do something in Survivor Series with Rollins versus Jericho?
No, because they're going to put probably the three of them in the Survivor Series team for the main event, along with two others. Who that'll be, we'll find out, probably starting tonight. But you're going to have Owens and Jericho in that team. We already know that from Steph a couple of weeks ago.
So
we'll have a wee break in the title matches, but we'll obviously have something going on with a lot of them.
we'll have the good storytelling, hopefully. with Raw's Riders.
Well,
hopefully.
I'm not counting on it.
No, but if you never got to see this match, please find a way to watch
Find
it.
it. It's worth your hassle.
This is one of the best Hell in a Cell matches since the
They
Ruthless.
started the stupid pay-per-views.
If you take away the gimmick pay-per-views, but I'd put going into Ruthless Aggression era. This is one of the best ones I've seen in a long time.
Probably one of the best ones ever, actually.
Oh, it's easily top 5.
Aye, and
I mean, easily.
They absolutely had that arena on their feet. They did everything. It was just fantastic to watch.
So Kevin Owens won. We both called that one. We knew that was going to happen. So
3-4.
3-4. So TJ Perkins, I kept calling him fucking Parker for some reason in the podcast. And you never stopped me. You just went, aye, him. And it was...
Because I don't care.
I was like, who the fuck's TJ Parker? That's Perkins.
I never even noticed, to tell you the truth. I heard TJ and that was me. That's his name.
Right.
Anyway, I've christened this belt the Mattel Cruiserweight Toy Championship.
Well,
because it looks like something Mattel would make.
Here's where I'm going to fling a curveball at you, mate, right? I'm going to fling a curveball. This is going to break kayfabe, okay?
Oh, shit, nigga.
You never called who was going to win. See if you
I did.
No.
I said Brian Kendrick.
Go back to the podcast, mate. You were going to...
I can't even know.
I know you can't even know, but you were telling your bit, and then we moved on.
Well, I was going to say Brian Kendrick because that's why I called him my boy, the Brian Kendrick.
Mate, I actually put you down for Brian Kendrick, I know, because I was like, there's no way you would have picked TJ. There's no way in this fucking earth you would have done it.
I can't do it. Even if Kendrick had no chance building up to it, I wouldn't have picked TJ out of principle.
We picked it for the right reasons, because the belt needed to change hands to give that cruiserweight something.
The only guy who can hold the belt and keep this division on its feet.
The sad thing was the crowd were exhausted with that Hell in a Cell match. Rightfully so, because that was fucking brilliant.
Aye, I'll say this though, they did a good job of getting them on side.
Oh, aye.
Although, I don't know if you noticed, see during like the wee video clip of the pre-show, you could hear the crowd shouting, "Let's go ring crew, let's go ring crew."
No, I didn't hear them.
They were taking the cell up and they were putting all the cruiserweight shite out. And during the match, when they got knocked outside the ring on the hard cam side, you heard somebody shout at Kendrick, "Get a fucking haircut."
Oh, I heard that, mate. I clearly heard that. No, it was a good match. Two of them put on a great show.
One thing about this match that you can't help but notice. Now, I'm glad to keep the handshake thing for the Cruiserweight division, setting it apart.
Yep.
Right. They did everything well until, when it came to get back in the ring, Kendrick grabs TJ's hand.
Is this
and
right?
wraps,
Aye, the wrap.
and then wraps it round the rope.
Yep.
To trap him. And TJ, being, I don't know, too excited or over eager, tries to slide round and immediately pulls the fucking wrap off the rope and then goes to hide it. But Kevin Dunn, sitting there with his mad teeth, had the camera zoom in on it.
I know.
And you couldn't miss it.
I know, you couldn't miss it. It was a good match.
That's for TJ. He did a great job of covering, but you've no chance when you've got assholes like that working against you.
No, you can't. And this is the same guy who said Kevin Owens is fat and all. Same way with fucking Cornette, and look who's the champion, put on probably the match of the night.
Well, he knows that. At least he said fair enough, nothing against the guy and left it at that. I mean, he's got real problems to deal with, like Vince Russo being alive.
And his teeth. Oh, no, that's fucking... That's Kevin Dunn. That's done, sorry, no Jim Cornette. But no, we called it, we needed the Cruiserweight to change hands. It had to be done.
I'll say this, there's certain columns that I like to read during the week, people that know what's going on with WWE, and it's usually because they get an idea what matches are coming up more than the actual gossip stuff. And the guy was going off his head at Kendrick losing on Raw, without taking, even mentioning the fact that it must be part of a story. Just you can't have your challenger lose before the pay-per-view. What's the point in that? What's the point in that? Because it was selling his desperation.
Aye.
We know that.
How many times did we see Austin's get screwed out? Remember, like, my favourite era, right, I know we're going to have to topic, but my favourite time was when Austin dropped the belt over the edge to Kane Undertaker, and then you had that full 8 months before Mania where he had to...
Vince was throwing everything at him.
Aye.
And he got to that Rumble.
Yep. So the Raws before it, how many Raws can you remember Austin won a match?
Exactly.
There's
He was
no a
getting
lot.
screwed
He was
every
getting
week.
screwed.
When he wrestled,
Yep.
he was getting screwed by
And then-
Vince, which
and-
led to the natural progression of the cage match.
Yep. So
And
it's
this is the same thing.
it's telling a story. They done it right. The payoff was good. So
Absolutely.
knew
And
that,
I'll tell you what else, Kendrick selling of his ankle. I actually thought he did hurt
I
himself.
actually
for a
thought he
minute.
hurt himself as well, and that's how. When we get to like say the main event,
Oh,
when
aye.
he done that,
Aye.
I was like, oh fuck, something's really happened, and he done it so well. And see, you're watching for the cross arms to go up. You're watching for it now because you know that's the sign. And
And he
then
kept shouting at that ref, and it was so well. Obviously, after a few minutes of him saying, "No, I'm no stopping. I'm keeping going," then you knew.
The
But
fact
the
he
way
kept-
he landed there,
Aye.
and the way that he moved his boot,
yeah,
and moved his leg in his boot, it was so smart.
because they kept the camera on TJ, which I thought something has happened.
Aye,
Because they usually
exactly.
that's the only
And
time they
that's
keep the
him doing
camera.
something right.
Yeah, so they done it right. They got the crowd back, and the crowd started to wake up. Kendrick won it, so we're at 5.
Yes.
So thank fuck we've got something to look forward to in the cruiserweight division. This needed to happen. Brian Kendrick
Absolutely.
has the full package. TJ, great worker, bonus fucking the mic, no charisma.
Aye.
Just no
Let him
charisma.
have his rematch and just be some. How about we get a new challenger in the form of the Good Rangers man, Noam Dar?
Yep, we'll keep
Eh?
mentioning it. We'll keep mentioning it. And
Keep-
also,
keep on.
mate, we've got a sponsor. We've got a sponsor.
No.
Yep, we've got a sponsor. I forgot to tell you this. Well, we
kind
kind of
of
knew.
news.
We kind of knew. So break news. For $20, you can sponsor me, Martin, to tell you every result of every pay-per-view, every Raw and SmackDown, before all these fucking sites that like to put them up and charge you. We need it for a belt. So
We'll risk virusing up our computer for you and for your money.
So be kind and sponsor us. That's the sponsor, mate. That's the wee plug. We'll keep doing it every day.
Damn right.
Like I said, mate, in the past past podcast, if they bastards can do it, we can do it.
Fucking right. Too fucking right.
So the two matches, we go in the second one, the New Day versus Sheamus and Cesaro. The
Aye.
crowd was starting to come alive again because they know now what the final match is going to be. And the match was okay. It was alright spots. The one with the big botch was when it was like Xavier Woods was like, I don't know if it was like a 619, like the flip into the 619.
I couldn't really tell you. I really wasn't sure what he was going for at all.
And he fucked it, and Cesaro fell, and quickly Cesaro just went, jumped to the rope. it was like, just like a wee frog jump to that rope,
Aye.
and it's like, wow. But we called it, we knew it was going to happen, New Day was going over.
And here they won through the defeat of Sheamus.
Yep. And it was quite good how they told the story though, because at the end when it was like he's locked in the sharpshooter, and by the way, fucking Cesaro's probably done the best sharpshooter I've seen since Bret Hart,
Definitely.
because the
It
Rock's
looks like it hurts.
the Rock's one was shite. He didn't like lean back.
The only
with it.
good thing about the Rocks one is whether he was locking it on or he was getting put in the hold, he made that mad noise that sounded like a dying stegosaurus.
He was
Ah!
Cesaro does it brilliant. So you've got Xavier in the middle, and Sheamus takes out Big E. So it's like, fuck, this might actually happen.
I know, and he did it very well.
And then
I actually thought there was going to be a change. Like, I don't mind if I'm wrong here, this is going to be interesting.
aye, so it's like he pulls Big E out the ring, and it's like he takes him out. It's like, fuck, this is happening. And then I can't remember what he does to Kofi, but Kofi does the Trouble in Paradise,
Yep.
takes him out, and it's like Kofi done a heel thing to cost them the match. And I was
Which
like,
I thought was quite interesting.
I thought it was interesting as well.
When they were on their way out the ring, they were healing it up a bit on the stage as they looked down at them. And okay, Cesaro and Sheamus argued a bit, but I think it's actually going to make them a stronger team
Yeah,
because they knew they had it. And I really do. I mean, I think that's New Day on 479 just now.
yeah, it's something weird, mate.
double checking.
Like I said,
Just
is it 479? Because I was like 439. I know there's a 9 at it. They've got
Oh no, sorry, Day 435.
Day
The
435.
record is 478.
Right, okay, and Right, so that makes me upset. See, I don't even
And
fucking
I
know,
really
man.
do think that the Raw Tag Team Survivor Series match is going to be the three guys from New Day, Cesaro, and Sheamus versus whatever SmackDown send out, which will be like Heath, Rhino, and
I
you know,
think, I
hopefully
think,
American Alpha and somebody.
I think what they'll do with the New Day, mate, and this is why they actually brought it up. This is what I was saying. If you go back and watch that thing in the pre-show with the New Day, one of the questions, I don't know how legit these fucking things are.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you decide who's going to wrestle? Because it's a three-man team.
Aye, well,
With,
they used to do rock, paper, scissors.
so maybe you'll find you'll get two of them with Sheamus and Cesaro and fill the other two. Is it six man
You see,
survivors in
I'm
it?
not sure. It would make sense for it to be six. Normally, like originally it was five, but there's been some matches over the years where they've had six, 4, and 7.
Mm-hmm.
It basically whatever they need. The main event and the women's one, well, what I'm assuming is the main event would be the Raw SmackDown guys. They're going to be 5, but what's the point in having like a tag team of 5? Because you're going to be missing one. 6 would make sense because that's 3 teams in each side.
I can see it being 6, mate. Because I can
It would
see.
make sense, but which is exactly why I expect it won't be. Maybe you could have like 5 in a side and a manager for one of the teams in each.
But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But that was a good match. That the way they've
Yes.
done that at the end, and then we get. Well, we both called it. So that's a 6-5.
Just a wee sec. Aye, it is.
6-5. Okay.
So, just before we start about the main event, I just want to talk a wee bit about that hype video. Now, the video would have made sense had they actually made a big deal out of this over the past week, with it being the women finally main event a pay-per-view for the first time ever.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that should have been a big fucking deal,
Yep.
right? Instead of something that was decided at the last minute, and I dare say, in some respects, they've been sabotaged a bit deliberately. I think when it comes to the ending. But before we get there, the actual video itself, you know, they're talking about the history of women in WWE. Now, I don't know how much you know about the actual person that the Fabulous Moolah was outside of the ring. She basically, with her husband, dominated all of women's wrestling in America.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean in terms of titles, I mean she ran it. If promoters wanted women for the territory, they would have to go to Moolah and book them through that, right?
Right.
So for this, Moolah would take a cut. She'd be in charge of their training. And this is where it gets fucked up, because she would lie about how much she was paid for and then give the women that she sent there less. She would pimp them out because promoters wanted the wrestlers who were doing the dirty to keep it out the papers. So they'd basically use these women as whores against their will. She'd get them addicted to drugs to make sure she had control of them. Because she was in charge of the training, she made sure they never could get better than her, so that she would always be the top of the card wherever she went, and make sure that she was, you know, the best in America. And this is why women's wrestling suffered for the past 50 years until the likes of Lita and Trish broke out,
Yeah.
like 10 or so years ago. This woman is scum. I'm glad she's dead. I hope she's rotting in hell. She has no business being in that opening video.
I didn't know
Getting all
that,
that praise.
I
She is a
didn't know that.
fucking scumbag.
I mean,
The worst of the absolute fucking worst.
the way I took the video, right, and I was half expecting them to come out. I really was to take me the match, how to introduce them. I really thought it was going to happen with it. It's like over emphasising again what Mick Foley's done in the Hell in a Cell. Now, I'm cool with the fact that's basically what's made him. Was that Hell in a Cell match? That's what he was brilliant before it, but to get the crowd like you're sold in
Aye,
the
that
guy
put
now.
him over the top.
Aye, that's like that's it. He'd done that and nearly killed himself to just get used to love him, and the way it was like telling the story of it, and the way they're like, oh, you're never going to be the same again, and I didn't like the video package because it's like, well, what is the woman going to do? I was like, they're not going
Yeah.
to go over the top, especially after we've seen what Kevin Owens and that done. And I think they've got more of the background because of like the Ring of Honor, the indie shows where
Aye.
you've got to do something stupid to get the crowd going. It's how they make their money and how they promote themselves, because it's like, oh, fuck, I want to see that guy again. So I wasn't really sold on the video because it was emphasising Mick Foley and what he's
Aye,
done.
more than the one. But then when you're trying to push the destructiveness of the cell, there's no better living example.
No, and what we got match wise, fuck me, the lassies used everything.
They
And
played it very smartly. They used the cage in a different way
yep,
in most of the match.
one thing I did like, because I was quite surprised they gave them like special entrances, but I was
Yeah. That was something that you would expect had they made a big deal of it.
aye, but like you said, it was only at the last minute. This was the last main event. This should have been told on Raw. Like, yous are going to main event that yous, for the first time ever, apart from being in a Hell in a Cell, yous are going to finish a pay-per-view. Yous are going to close it. Which I can see maybe it might put people off because, again, there was a lot of people, I ended up arguing with somebody. Because he was being like a pure total social justice warrior. And it's like, no, but he was being a social justice warrior for the wrong reasons. It's like, you're
Oh, they
devaluing,
usually are.
you're devaluing your Universal belt. That match didn't devalue that belt. The fucking two matches before that Hell in a Cell devalued that belt, because that belt should have been a match, like the third match before. That should have been where the Cruiserweight was. Just split up, that's the booking. So the women have got fuck all to do with devaluing that belt. That's your booking, and that's Raw for you. So, you had the two of them come out in like different entrances, and the thing I love, mate, and it's like, wow, they're hitting the same as like when the Cell was coming down and they're doing the old that dun,
That was
dun,
smart.
dun, dun, and you're looking at their faces, and Charlotte was like, the first time I've seen her sell, she's selling, she's selling the fact she's worried, and Sasha as well, and I was like, this is getting me fucking, this is now buying me into this match.
Ridiculous that the only cell match that they sold the cell was that one.
And then something different.
Yes. I love that start to the match.
Yeah, Charlotte attacked her, and then boom, she's outside the ring.
When she throws her so that she's under the cell coming down,
Yeah, and I was like, fuck.
and the ref has to stop it.
And I was like, oh fuck, and then they're fighting in the crowd. I was like, I've never seen a woman match
No,
fight in
never.
the crowd. So they're doing something totally new. And then, mate, I was like,
And then they
Fuck
do
you.
that amazing spot with the table powerbomb.
with what I was going to
Sasha
get,
off the
what I
side.
was going to get to, me, I genuinely thought they were going to climb the top. Like, dear,
They were teasing it, which was a good move because it got the crowd even more excited. But
mean,
kept Charlotte drop, and then
some of the things on Twitter was like, oh fuck, like they're just reenacting the Mick Foley thing, and it's like, well,
no.
if Guy's done it, they're reenacting Mick Foley.
But they already did that this year as well at Mania.
Yep,
So they were not
If it
going to
was
do that
woman-
again this year.
a woman's never done it. So whoever Foley did to, they're copying Charlotte and Sasha. But
Yeah.
that bumping the fucking table, mate, I genuinely thought she's fucked. She's injured.
Well, there's a cracking photo of her going through the table, just a wee second. It's from the WWE website, actually.
Uh-huh.
I've just sent you it. Basically, Sasha is like vertical, but upside down, just as she hits the table.
Wow.
What a photo.
That is an amazing photo. And also, she's got some fucking forehead, by the way. That's one thing I did notice last night. She's
Not
got,
the better to get punched in.
oh, she's got some forehead that's massive.
It's an overdome.
Oh,
It's bigger
isn't
than
it?
a 5-head.
It isn't half. And the one thing that the way they were selling it, and I was like,
Well, this is where my first problem with the match comes
right,
in.
on you go.
that amazing start, the brawl in the crowd, the table spot, stopped dead.
Aye, the crowd.
Far too long to fucking get there, run the ring. She gets up, she falls down, she gets up, she falls down, she gets helped. Charlotte starts taunting her, she falls down, they bring out the stretcher guys, the guy then makes a buzz 5 times in a row and putting the neck brace on her. He actually got the cables at ringside caught in it at one point. Yep. It takes far too long.
They should have done it the way, remember what happened with Vince and Stone Cold? They should have just get the stretcher run there, and when she's coming run...
I don't think they could get it in the cell. They should have lifted the cell up.
Oh, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, say the cell got lifted a fraction, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like they go at them run, and then when it's like, no, I'm going to... Because, I mean, the Twitter blew up, mate.
Aye.
People were raging. I was fucking raging because, like, if she was genuinely hurt, fair enough, because we know she's hurt herself in the past with back injuries.
But we were getting up and sitting down and getting up and sitting down.
Aye.
And here she wasn't. And it took far too long, and it took all the heat out of the crowd. And then, when they're announcing Charlotte is winning, she suddenly springs into life.
Yeah, and after that...
It was quite good that she leathered the medical guy, though.
I was howling at that, mate. I found that so funny. And then what we go...
Oh, sorry, just before that, see when Sasha came out in the Escalade, just like NXT last year, Corey Graves shouted at Saxton, that Escalade still costs more than your house and your mother's.
Oh, mate, I heard that, and see that way, I'm like, see the commentating, right? It was
dire.
The commentating was fucking dire, because see that match, you could have turned them off, right? And
aye.
You're watching a great match, but
exactly.
My God,
they had a fucking thing.
No, see if that was JR and the King, back when King was good. That match...
JR and Heyman.
Oh, they were fucking priceless as well. But even so, say take Heyman, right? We'll take Heyman because he can call a match. Take they two, mate. You have a great match, and they two would sell that fucking thing to you.
A good commentator makes a good match great, and a great match legendary. That's why commentators are there. But these guys
were so fucking boring and bad.
Like the audio version of paint drying.
Oh, it was fucking horrendous. See, if any of you do get to watch this match, just close your eyes and listen to them telling you this match. It is fucking horrendous.
You'll not know what's going on. You'll just hear 3 guys talking shite.
So, they two fucking lay out in the ring, mate. My God, did they fucking... They've put the women's match. That's the one they beat now.
This match was so up and down, though.
Well, the thing, the parts where I was like, oh fuck, they're going to do a great spot, and it's like, fuck, and this is the botch, but it's a table.
Oh, and yeah, when Charlotte shot out taking it.
Yeah, and there's my thing with Charlotte cannot fucking sell. And for the rest of the match...
She had to take the bump, and it showed how she sort of fell gently.
And for the rest of the match, we go to see Hoffa fucking Sasha's arse, so there's no complaint. You get to see a brilliant tan line.
It was fantastic.
You get to see a brilliant tan line.
I will say this, Charlotte doing the monkey flip on Sasha to lob her into the cage looked amazing.
Yeah. Sasha selling last night.
Well, she always sells mad because usually she's breaking us.
Brilliant. She purposely went out to hurt herself.
Well, the other thing was she climbed up the cage like a goddamn Spider-Man impersonator, jumps off, flips around in the air, and knees Charlotte in the face.
Yeah.
Amazing. And then keeps kneeing her in the face to put her down. And another thing, that spot with the chair, the turnbuckle, because you know Sasha does the double knees. She puts a chair under Charlotte, does the knees, puts Charlotte through the chair. Looked fantastic. Here is my problem. This match, its highs were incredibly high. Its lows destroyed everything about it. So first, you had the stretcher thing taking too long.
Yep.
Secondly, you had Charlotte shitting herself from taking that wee bump through the table.
Yep.
Thirdly, the ending. What a wet, fucking, claffy fart of an ending.
Well, when I get to the ending, mate, because this is... I put a post up on Twitter.
Terrible.
And they're doing a WCW thing with that fucking
ruined
belt.
The whole match for me. I think
match.
It was deliberate sabotage.
So, you had brilliant spots, and there was a couple of spots where I thought you'd never see that woman's wrestling. No, you didn't leave her on Trish. Talk about in a match. I think they've done something similar, like getting put through. But there's usually something where if they'd done it out the outside of the ring, there's always things underneath which you wouldn't see, which would
Yeah.
take the fall. And I kept rewinding that because I genuinely thought the chair set up in the middle of the ring, people. Charlotte does like a fucking she has Charlotte
Backbreaker.
Backbreaker. I fucking can remember
Those the triple backbreaker was fantastic.
Oh, that was amazing, the Eddie Guerrero stuff. But
especially that last one when she spun to dump her on her back.
Yeah.
Great.
So Charlotte picks up Sasha. Chair's there, so it's like, fuck, she's going to put through the chair.
Mm-hmm.
And the way they done it looked amazing. And at first I thought, did Charlotte actually take the bump to let Sasha like oversell? Because I thought,
don't be silly.
No, well, this is the thing. It looked like it because I thought Charlotte's arse hurt at first.
Aye, so did I. But Charlotte has never done that. Sasha's been the
when I rewound it, mate. When I rewound it, I had to watch it a couple of times. I was like, no, Sasha actually took the full fucking force of that.
Well, remember what I was saying the other day about Charlotte getting too into what she's doing?
Yeah.
I think it was a case of that again.
And the getting thrown about in the table, I was like, right, okay, this is where...
This is my problem.
This is where it oversell the whole... Charlotte, get to fuck now, because we all know who your dad is, and WWE is like fucking playing you to the, oh, can you get to the fucking same one? Fair enough, on Raw there is only really two fucking like high women you can do.
There's three really, now that Bailey's done with Dana.
But
because I think the reason that they changed the ending to what it was is to set up Charlotte and Bailey.
But Sasha still has a rematch.
Aye, but she'll not win it.
No, I know she'll not win it, but then where does that leave her in the whole thing?
Well, what always happens, there's only ever two women get a story. The rest get ignored.
They've got to do something. See if they had more women, like do something like TNA's done right. Give the fucking woman a tag team title.
There's not enough women for it, but...
That's what I'm saying, if there was more, if you've got more coming up for NXT...
I mean, you've got 6 women on Raw.
Aye, and only 3... Well, 4 get used, but 3 are proper main eventers for the women's title.
On NXT, there's, 4 women currently?
Ember Moon...
4. Nikki. Storm, who's now called Nikki Cross in NXT.
Right.
That Australian lassie who dresses up like Adea from Final Fantasy VIII.
Right.
And somebody else who's also Australian that likes Adea and hangs about with her.
There's a few. There's some potential there. I can do something down the line.
Oh, all of them have got something to them, but there's only 4 in
that last night, that fucking ending, and it was like, right,
terrible.
The normal rules apply that if you're in your hometown, you don't fucking win. But there's been exceptions.
Man can't have that.
There's been exceptions because CM Punk done it twice. He won.
Last night should have been an exception.
That should have been an exception because like
it wasn't.
Punk done it twice.
Ending, apparently at the last minute, and I genuinely think it was an act of sabotage, so that when somebody goes to Vince and suggests making the woman the main event again, he says, "But look what happened the last time we did that." I genuinely think that's what's happened here. They've went out their way to undermine them. So it'll be another few months, maybe even a couple of years before they even get that opportunity again.
Because, like, say, Punk won the IC belt on Raw in his hometown, and then obviously that Money in the Bank, which is still one
classic.
Aye, and then you've got there's actually quite a fucking few that's done this, and it's no common, but last night should have been the one where Sasha won.
Absolutely, but as I say, they went out their way to undermine them.
It's fucking stupid, and it just spoiled a good match. That spoiled the match because now
ruined the whole thing for me.
Now you've got that belt being passed about like hot potato.
It's been passed about more than Sonny in a mid-90s WWF locker room. That's my problem.
Fucking so it dropped. It got changed at SummerSlam, changed at Raw, changed at fucking. What was the Clash of Champions?
Aye, changed them Raw again.
Then changed them fucking...
Charlotte has successfully defended her title a few times. Sasha has never defended her title once.
Nope.
She's lost each time.
And between them, Charlotte's held the belt 3 times and Sasha's held it twice.
And the belt is, 5 months old or something like that?
WrestleMania was April, so what's it, October? 6 months, mate.
6 months old belt.
That is fucking horrible booking and writing.
garbage. As I say, they're deliberately undermining them.
I mean, the Universal one, like, fair enough, twice, but that was because of an injury. One. That was a forced one. There are not... SummerSlam, I'd give if she was injured. Totally give that one. But see the other? No.
No.
That last night, Sasha should have walked out there.
Deliberately to screw them over and not use them in the main event again for a long time.
Right, because now you've got Survivor Series, you've got the women's tag, okay? Mm-hmm. And we won't see a women's proper title title match. They'll say Rumble. I'd be surprised if there's one on Raw, okay?
Oh, they'll have wee throwaway ones. You'll have like ones where maybe like Bailey will be up against Charlotte, and they'll have a screw job ending.
They could have done something where it was like fucking, I don't know, say Sasha dropped it on, I don't know, say the number one contendership got screwed to Charlotte and like Dana Brooke or Nia Jax, somebody like that, or Bailey, and then it's like, oh fuck, right, something different, okay, then these group of women have now got to keep it going and carry the story. But now you're back at the whole, right, okay, Charlotte's a champion, you're going to have a fucking horrible monologue for her, and it's no interesting. Yeah. It's really no interesting, and it's purely down to the fact that, yeah, she can do her moves, but she's selling, fuck me, that hurt him that she refused to take that bump on the table, because the table wouldn't give way, and she shat at for it. When you look at the bump Sasha took on the fucking announcer table, which I've never seen a woman wrestler do, never.
Yep.
And she done it amazing. Amazing. And this bump on the chair as well. Fair play at the lassie. Fair play. But no, the ending was fucking shite. But here's where I pull it back now. Because I called Charlotte to win. For some fucking reason, I don't know why.
I don't really know why.
I don't know why either. I had a bad feeling that Charlotte was going to win. And it happened. So, with the results, we stand at 6-6, am I right?
I'm just double checking. So we'll just go over it. So the pre-show cruiserweights, we both predicted a face win.
Yep.
Bailey v Dana, I called Bailey.
Yep.
So that's 2-1 there.
Yep.
This is just the order I've written down.
No, that's cool.
Enzo Cass and the Knee Bullets Club. I won that one.
You won that one.
3-1. New Day for both of us. 4-2. We both called Kendrick. 5-3. You called Reigns.
5-4.
Aye. We both called Owens. We both called Sasha. You didn't say Charlotte. You went with...
I called Charlotte, mate. Listen to the podcast. That's how I went back at it.
You know I'm too lazy to
I went at it because I genuinely forgot who the fuck I called for. I called Charlotte. I have a funny feeling Charlotte's going to win it. And you went, no, Sasha. And it was the same reasons why we spoke about there. Why Sasha should have won it. She should have won it. And you were bang on why before it. And we're still right why she should have done it. So the way it's standing, it was 6-6. 6-6.
Then, great heathen bastard.
Then take the two for the other pay-per-view, so we're standing at 8-8.
Aye.
So, but no, it was a cracking fucking pay-per-view. Absolutely good pay-per-view. Apart from the first match, that fell on its arse.
Yeah.
No, because who was wrestling, it just, it should never have been a Hell in a Cell match. But the rest of it, great. The ending to the full night sucked, because it should never have happened that way. Never in a million years. But hey ho, that's fucking booking for you.
And then in 3 weeks' time, it'll be the Survivor Series.
Yep, Bill Goldberg and Brock Lesnar confirmed.
Let's see who can take the lead.
Yep. I'm pulling for SmackDown, mate.
I'm in between us.
Fuck that. Right. Oh, I'm talking about SmackDown. Like, no, fuck that. SmackDown. I'll be biased.
I want SmackDown to win and all, but we'll see who wins the real war.
3 weeks. I know I'm going to have to go and buy a fucking belt. I'm going to have to buy a cheap one, and then we'll have to put something on it, and it's just, the belt's going to get passed a bit.
Like Sunny in mid-90s.
That's going to be the running joke now. Allow me, send your $20 in. We'll tell you everything on the podcast.
And we'll especially tell you who the good Rangers men are.
Yeah, we'll give you Rangers results as well during a Saturday prediction when it goes. Even though the match will be aired, but we'll still tell you, just to remind you. Oh, fucking hell.
Value for money there.
I know, mate. Fucking hell, man. We're doing no bad. So, that's us. We're back Thursday. It's a double show, isn't it?
Aye.
So, we'll be early. Fuck. Oh, fuck. This is going to be good. And then... But we'll split the two shows, so we have the Raw podcast and we'll have the SmackDown podcast. So the two of them are separate anyhow. There's no point doing a big fucking 2 podcast and you've got to sit and listen to us. You can have a
Some
break.
people like that. They've got pause buttons.
But mate, people are lazy sometimes. I'm lazy.
Say sometimes about it.
I'm lazy. Are we raiding? Are we going to raid tonight?
I think so.
That's going to be good. I've got Mortal Kombat now, by the way.
Aye, is that no shite?
Oh no, it's fucking awesome, man.
Did you get it for the PS4, the PC?
I got it for the PS4.
That's alright then.
Because I got a refund on the Doom, like I said. I was like, fuck it.
Aye.
For £5 more, I was getting the XL package with all the DLC. I was like, fuck it. So I had got a couple of shots this morning. Scorpion's still the best.
Of course it is. Get over here.
Oh, the only thing I hate is Ed Boon. Stop changing the fucking button inputs every time you bring out a new Mortal Kombat game.
What's going to say to that?
Oh, fuck. So that's been another episode of Smacked Up Wrestling Podcast.
You lucky buggers.
Yep, so remember, check us out on Facebook, leave us a like there. We'll still put stuff out up there. Like Martin said, he's going to put a couple of things the other day, so please check them out. Also, leave us a like and a sub here on the channel. We're still growing, we're still getting our name put out there, so it's been a good wee run for us. Also, we're on Google Plus now, so if you're on Google Plus, leave us a follow.
You're one of the 7 people in the UK who like wrestling and Google Plus.
Mate, there's fucking others, by the way. There's actually quite a few.
Aye, where are they from though? Not the UK.
Oh no, they're all yeah. So we're on Google Plus now, so check us out. And again, send us your $20.
Working in iTunes, your money will increase the speed of this process.
Yeah,
Probably.
if the two is can stop playing games.
I'm going to go and play Brutal Doom 64 now.
I'll probably start the rendering this and get the download finished for Mortal Kombat. And then we'll raid Destiny. So thanks again. This has been another episode of Smacked Up Wrestling Podcast. I've been Will.
I've been Martin.
Thanks for listening. We'll catch you on Thursday.
Cheerio.